Hey everybody, and this is take number 3 of this game. This is game number 2 between Laserdrill and Ymihere. So without any further ado, we're going to hop right into it. A couple funny stories while the players are just going to go ahead and continue to do all the standard opening stuff of this game. This game is being played on MLG Shattered Temple. So this is actually the third time I've had to I've tried to cast this game. The first time muted my mic. I had no idea that I had it muted, and consequently I got about halfway through the game and realized that you guys got just a bunch of stuff of me clicking around, but no definite commentary. And then the last game, I dinked around and I hit a setting, and in the middle of the game it just kind of freaked out. So as it sits right now, this is cast number 3 of the second game. If you haven't checked out game number 1, definitely go ahead and do it. It's really a good game, I felt anyway. I enjoyed it. We are going to see here if Laserdrill does decide to go for a 14 pool, 14 hatch again, and if his opponent is actually going to just go ahead and block it again. What do you see? The probe from Ymihere does get the first scout on his opponent. Oh, I take that back. Laserdrill actually did get... Well, they both got close to the first scout. But yeah, needless to say, I've actually seen up through half of this game a couple of times now because of stupid mistakes on my part and changes with XSplit happening and all that fun stuff. It does look like, ooh, the probes do shake hands. Oh, that is very, very tricksy, Laserdrill. If you remember back to game 1, there was a pylon block of the natural expansion. So it looks like this game, he's going to say, okay, you can go ahead and do it. I'm going to go over here and take my natural anyway. Spawning pool is down now, so he did actually end up going for a 14 pool, 14 hatch when the supply is said and done. Maybe a little bit later. Zerg players, you can scream at me later, that's fine. Wall off, continuing down here for Ymihere. Going to go ahead and go with the crazy land Naniwa style of Forge Fast, Expand, or Die Tryin'. That actually sounds like a good pitch for a new movie title. I would be completely cool with that. Starring Johan, however you say his last name. I don't even know. Quantic Nani, how about that? Starring Quantic Nani. Spawning pool is just now done. No gas down yet. Laserdrill going to go ahead and take out this pesky probe. The first geyser does go down as well. We do see the gateway for Ymihere just now finishing up. Probe building another, actually a cannon there. This natural for Laserdrill is about halfway done as well. 4 lings on the way to come and try and take care of this pesky little probe. Oh, are they going to get him? They do get him. It looks like he was trying to go for this round, but didn't quite get it. Not quite in time, anyway. Not sure how I feel about this placement of the cybernetics core. It does leave it a little bit exposed. If you attack directly at the front, you're kind of boned a little bit. Because if you lose that structure, you're down to, what, Templars and... I think it's... yeah, Templars and Zealots. I guess if you were going Zealot Archon, it would be kind of okay. I guess. I don't know. The third base for Laserdrill is going down now. That is actually his natural. So, yeah. He's finally taking the base that I think he thought was going to get blocked. But he did, in my mind anyway, the correct move and just going to go ahead and take this up here. The queen being correctly built at that base this time so that this queen didn't have to march her way across the rough, grassy terrain of the Shattered Temple. These lings going to go ahead and just try and drive away this one Zealot, giving Laserdrill center vision and a little bit of map control, actually. And I'm sorry if I miss any action during this cast, but I really don't want to have to do it for a 4th time. So I'm constantly kind of checking over here to make sure that, you know, I'm not missing any key features of the XSplit program that are muted. So we do see these 2 Zealots now just going to come in here and try and raise some havoc from the opponent. He does see the natural is down, but to my mind, I don't know. No, he doesn't. He just thinks it is the natural expansion, just a very, very late natural. These two zealots going to come up here and try and... Oh, they're going to try and pick off the queen, but the queen gets microed away. Micro. By the power of micro, that queen was saved. Let's see if Laserdrill can save the spine crawler, and he does. Oh, and by the power of micro, the spine crawler does get saved again. These two zealots do end up getting picked off by Ymihere. More lings charging in here from the side, and a queen coming over on the long, arduous journey across the savannah, only to find out that she has to go back and poop tumors and vomit larvae. Poor queen. Poor queen. We see a Twilight Council out now. Warp Gate is just now finished. 2 gateways on the way as well. We're going to have to see if this plays into another fast blink play like we saw last game out of Ymihere. It was definitely a valiant effort, and the queen did make it back, by the way. It was a valiant effort by Ymihere to go ahead and do that. Robotics facility on the way now. This probe is hanging out here. Oh my god. Say it with me. When behind Dark Shrine. So we actually do see the Dark Shrine getting thrown down now. Ling's getting driven away. Fairly standard stuff. I don't know what needs to fill that extractor. More drones getting sent over here. He does actually have 3 full mining bases at this point. He's not mining gas off of even his main really yet. He did actually go ahead and get that one saturated. But he is also low on the wow, he's low on the one that's not done building. Yeah, that's classy. But he is getting the second geyser up in his main and is going to start mining from it, I'm assuming. Not that many drones. Actually, wow, yeah, look at that. He needs to actually just continue to make drones at this point. I think he has enough of an army out that really any push that comes his way, and these, speaking of push, the small poke here by Ymihere going to come out here and try and get map control back from the center. We do see the Dark Shrine is now done. The 1 kill on the Stalker tells me that he did send an Overlord in here too, and that Overlord was shut down. But yeah, at this point, I actually do think Laserdrill, who is currently way behind in the worker count, could actually just start to go ahead and just pump workers. At this point, you know, there's not a whole lot stopping him. These 2 DTs from Ymihere are going to go ahead and make their way into the base through that narrow chasm right there. Oh, slipping in undetected. Poor drones. Did you hear that? Did you hear the little hiss of the drone? That's saddening. Saddening. Getting a few worker kills off here. And hey, there we go. I had to mute the mic and I got it back in with no problem. But we do see these 2 DTs going to go ahead and just do some work. The Spore Crawlers do finish, though. He did place enough of them down that regardless of whether, you know, he'd killed one off or not, they were probably still going to finish. This other DT coming down here now, looking like he is just going to go ahead and continue to romp across the map. Coming over here to this other base to do some damage. This DT probably going to get the kill on that hatchery. And yes, the hatchery does go down. Oh, and that DT meets a very unlucky end to that 1 Spore Crawler, sitting just enough in range to detect him. The army coming back now, filing through in single file fashion to come up here and try and take out this 1 DT that is a master DT off of larva. Do see an Overseer being made now as well. This DT also just going to kind of run around up here and... Oh, looks like he's going to try and hide back here, but with that Overseer, that's going to make that kind of tough. Now, I know in the campaign, if you look at an Overseer, you can see the radius, but apparently that was enough of a radius to see it. And the CT is going to be at a very untimely end. So that, I believe that is all for that push, that Warp Prism that got made not so useful at this point. The army from Ymihere just continuing to get warped in. He's actually ahead for the first time in this series. He is ahead 84 to 81. Gonna go ahead and take down these back rocks. The Immortal crab walk dancing back here like Michael Graxon. Trying to find ranges. You know, Stalkers and Immortals do have the same range, but at this point, yeah, they not necessarily equal. Not all War Striders are constructed equal. Wow, I just about lost it there too. You see, pro production for Ymihere has essentially stopped. I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, if you look back here at his main is a little oversaturated. He could stand to move about 4 of those down, and he would be okay. The third expansion is being taken out, but oh no, okay. And say there was going to be a little bit of an engagement out here in the middle. 2 DTs in the mix as well. And very, very good reaction by Laserdrill. He knows that this push is more than likely going to come up here. A couple of force fields cutting out for the reinforcements. These Roaches taking a pretty heavy toll, actually, at the moment. This army continuing to work its way in. The tickle beams of the sentry is going to go ahead and take down my queen. Another Roach goes down. A few more Overlords being picked off at the moment. We do see drones being pulled. And these 2 Immortals, yep, just trying to get out of range. And oh, he does manage to cut a few of these poor, helpless, defenseless drones off, killing another queen. Targeting down the crawlers and the helpless drones. Sad, sad day. Sad, sad day. This sentry was freaking out. Did you see that? The hatchery did go down. Repositioning some spine crawlers to get possibly a better look there. We do see reinforcements of Zealots coming across the map as well. The 3rd base is up. He has continued pro production on that one, but again, I don't know why he hasn't continued it everywhere else. And by everywhere else, I mean I don't know why he hasn't taken and chrono boosted out. You know, 5. You could actually queue up probably 5 on this end and be completely fine with it. The army looking like it's going to retreat now, meeting some Zealots in the middle. This actually would be a heck of a time for a blink. Oh, free sentry, free stalker kill there. And that spine crawler, the first spine crawler getting torn down in its tracks. This army not going to stand up very much longer. This army of Ymihere is just going to go ahead and continue to rip away at these Roaches as it comes out. He did deny this base over here. That does actually put a slight kink into Ymihere's, or into Laserdrill's plans. He does actually scout this base out. Ymihere going to go ahead and take out that Overlord that was trying to gack up the gold expansion. We do see these Lings now coming around here, going to attack these rocks to open up another attack path to that 3rd. This is a very vulnerable position for the Protoss player to be in, because if this 3rd falls, that is kind of game over, and at this point he doesn't actually see that it's being attacked. Although Laserdrill deciding to back off, I'm not entirely sure why. Going to go ahead and try and remake the 4th. There is a Colossus on the way as well. And Zealot leg speed on route 2. Looking at how things are going, we do see a couple more Overseers are being made as we speak. This actually just goes to show, like, you know, as a whole, Protoss, when it comes to unit diversity, that's what they almost require for the proper death ball. And at this point, I actually do think Laserdrill not taking out these back rocks was kind of a misstep on his part, because he could have opened up another attack path that his opponent would have had to worry about. Right now, Laserdrill also banking some serious money up here. He could probably just stand to pump units. Let's look at the worker count. Still way, way, way behind in the economy front of this game. So I take that back. He actually probably could, well, it's a little too late to just power drones, but needs to keep that in the back of his mind. He's continuing to pump units now as opposed to drones. And as we saw, he is about 20 behind his opponent when it comes to the worker count. And we did see a little bit of a drop coming in back here, getting cleaned up. Aspire is up now as well. Still no obs out for Ymihere, so he can't pick off any of those creep tumors. This is actually really dangerous. The Zerg player can flank, and it does look like he's going to do that, picking off some of these reinforcements as they come up. And Ymihere just content to continue to deny expansions, which is good. It's the way this matchup actually probably should be played at times. Supply right now is about 25 in Ymihere's favor. Now I say about 25 and it's actually not 25, it's 23, but no, it's 24. So we're still good. You see the observer meeting up with the actual army, so now he can go ahead and just pick off some of these creep tumors to try and deny creep spread. I don't know what this one... Oh, is that going to get picked off? Oh, we do see the flanking move from Laserdrill coming in. He's going to take off one Colossi. The other Colossi correctly getting moved to the back, but it's still going to be very, very vulnerable, and it does get picked off. The Roaches did come in with the Burrow. But this army from Laserdrill just getting completely cleaned up. Ymihere literally just winning the war by having more stuff. Holy... Moving in to take out these two spine crawlers and deny mining at that third base. More Lings coming in now to try and clean this up. They are getting the pin on the stalkers, but if we look at the supply right now, it is dropping like a lead balloon for Laserdrill. We should see more units streaming in, and he's warping them in. Oh no, that's... You've got it there. You've got a warp prism up here. Oh no. That's okay, the units are just continuing to flood in. This is one of those games where, you know, you're winning by sheer numbers as opposed to upgrades, and expect a GG at any point now. Laserdrill, it has been just pushed back into his base, and there's not a whole lot he can do about it at this point. So, like I said, you know, expect a GG at any point now. It's almost lights out for our Zerg buddy Laserdrill. Pulling drones to try and get the final few whacks in at his opponent. A 100 supply difference now, but what can you do? And the GG. So there we do see it as our Protoss player Ymihere coming back in this series, tying it up at a 1-1. So that does mean that we go to the rubber match, making it a best of 1, however you want to put it. But I will be back here with game number 3 here shortly, guys. We'll talk to you later.